California has become the first state in the nation to pass a controversial new law that places tough limits on home water usage. That means that the state will have, quote, more focus on flushes and scrutiny over showers, according to a report from KOVR-TV. Starting in 2022, California will limit water to 55 gallons per person per day. By 2030, that amount falls to 50 gallons per person per day. Now, to put this into perspective, folks, just taking one 8-minute long shower uses 17 gallons of water, and doing one load of laundry, up to 40 gallons of water, is enough to exceed the 55-gallon limit. In other words, if you do a load of laundry and take more than an 8-minute long shower, you are, in most cases, exceeding this 55-gallon limit. So it may sound like a lot, folks. It's really not. It's really not. And again, that's per person per day. Taking a bath can use 80 to 100 gallons of water. So by 2020, you people over in California, you might not even be able to take a damn bath. That's wonderful. Now, why is the state doing this? According to Felicia Marcus, chair of the State Water Resources Control Board, they say that we're doing this so that everyone in California is at least integrating efficiency into our preparations for climate change. So, really, folks, see how lost this state is? I think that's the perfect word for it. They are just lost. They're doing this in preparation for climate change. Not even to combat so-called climate change now. They're doing it to combat, in order to prepare for climate change. Some residents said that the limits are unrealistic. Of course it is. Sacramento mom Tanya Allen, who has a 4-year-old daughter, said with a child and every day having to wash clothes, in my opinion, that's not feasible. But I get it, and I understand that we're trying to preserve, but 55 gallons a day. Raka Mitchell and his wife, Ginger, agreed that the water limits would be difficult to meet. She likes to bathe 3 times a day, and she does laundry all day, Raka Mitchell said of his wife. So that's in California, folks, starting in the year 2020. I don't know how they're going to enforce this. I really don't. But that's just absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Now, let me ask you liberals out there a question. I'm very serious. How do you explain the state of California? How do you explain the state of California? Here's what I mean by that. California has high taxes, right? I don't think anybody would disagree with that. California has high taxes. They have countless regulations, labor regulations, environmental regulations, property regulations, and so on and so forth. Regulations up the wazoo. They have a massive, bloated government in California. Right? So, you liberals, these are all things that you agree with, that you support, that you're trying to do to the entire country, not just California, right? You believe in higher taxes, you believe in more regulations, you believe in more government control. That's all going on in California, and yet what's happening to the state of California? It's freaking collapsing. It's collapsing on itself. They're almost at a point now where they're going to have to put 55-gallon of water caps on water usage. So, liberals, how do you explain this? How do you explain this? Shouldn't your state, the state of California, be, like utopia by this point? Hey, they got the high taxes, they got the regulations, they got the more government. What's missing? Is anything missing? Or could it be that your policy prescriptions, your ideas, your philosophies, your mentality could just be wrong? Could just be wrong. Could it be that liberalism is bad for society? Could it be that liberalism doesn't lead to growth, but leads to collapse?